All right, we are back. We're with Zak Baris, and we are talking about all things sports. We already covered the Cavs. We already covered the Buckeyes. We already covered the Browns. I guess there probably might be some Cleveland Indians news. I'm trying to think what's exactly happened since last time we talked. But before we even get to the tribe, this World Series back and forth, a slugfest the other night. It's pretty unbelievable what we're watching with the Dodgers and the Astros. Astros look to close it out tonight against the Dodgers at Chavez Ravine. What's your take on what you saw in Game 5 in the World Series, Zach?
That was one of the best games I've ever watched in my life, although it didn't end at like 1:40 in the morning, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But wow, I mean, just come on. I mean, you don't even, it doesn't matter, like I said, I vowed I wasn't going to watch the rest of the playoffs. I mean, you got eliminated, I lied. I lied. I got to tell you, this World Series has been so good. So enjoyable, and it's fun. Here's the thing. I've always loved the Dodgers. Not like the Indians, but I've always liked the Dodgers a lot. Living in LA for about 40 years, I always liked the Dodgers. But I really just want to see great baseball, and we've seen just that. Like the other night, the Dodgers are down 3 runs going into the ninth, and I just had this feeling that they're going to come back here. They're going to tie this game up, and they did it, and it was just a slugfest all around. One of the best games were like 13-12. The game went all night, but every game in the series, for the most part, has just been great.
Exactly.
It's been hard not to love this World Series. I'll be watching again tonight in an hour. It's pretty awesome, I have to say, to watch great baseball like this, and it's good for baseball.
Yeah, I had
It's been special to watch. It really has.
Yeah, I had my buddy in town, and we were out at the restaurant. We were having some dinner, and the TV was up in the corner, and we were talking in the middle of conversation, and I would turn every time I had my ears kind of quasi-listening for excitement, and I kept turning right before big plays were happening. He was like, how do you keep knowing when the play, because I wasn't watching the TV, but I kept looking over at the bar area when something big happened. I'm like, I don't know. I half watch games all the time. And you listen for excitement. And I just kept turning because it was home run after home run after, holy crap, a double. Oh my gosh, now he scored. No, now we're going into extra innings. And it just kept going and going. It was one of the more entertaining baseball games I've seen in a while. Yeah, do you have any thoughts, any predictions? Who do you think's going to take it? Can the Astros pull it off?
I have no clue who's going to take this.
Same here.
I have no clue.
Same here, but they're trying to hedge their bets. Vegas and the odds makers are trying to mess around and I don't know, figure out what happens if Game 6 goes the way of the Astros. It's just been interesting. Throughout the rest of the league, a few things have happened. Are you surprised the Yankees got rid of Joe Girardi?
I am, but I'm not. At the same time, I think that Brian Cashman wanted to go a different way. So, so I think that's what they did.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, watching them come back to 0-2, and they're able to piecemeal what they did together. I don't know. I'm happy that they got rid of Girardi because I don't think he was necessarily the problem. I know he got a lot of heat for not challenging that Chisenhall hit by pitch. A couple things here or there, but those are little things that I don't really think. Anyway, I think it's great because I think it actually hurts the Yankees. I don't think it's a good move. I love it. Any thoughts on some of these rumors we're starting to see with the Cleveland Indians? Obviously, Mickey Callaway going to the Mets and changing things around. Any thoughts on the managerial side or the free agent side for the Indians right now?
I mean, the Indians have a lot of questions. What are they going to do in free agency? You've got guys like you pick up Michael Brantley's option. Do you re-sign Jay Bruce? Do you re-sign Carlos Santana? My opinion is the most important piece in this puzzle is Carlos Santana. Secondary is Jay Bruce. Tertiary is Michael Brantley. I love Michael Brantley. He was great this season when he was healthy. What I would do is I'd try to decline the option and sign him otherwise. I don't see him getting a long-term deal in free agency because he's not very durable.
Right.
With Carlos Santana, if you're the Indians, you give him 3 years, $50 million. Yeah, I would. He's one of the best defensive first basemen in baseball. He's got a 370 OBP. And he hits 25 home runs a year. He's a great piece in the middle of this lineup, and I think the Indians can afford to keep him, especially with all the season tickets.
Yeah, and I would just kind of say in a blanket terminology, kind of in general, as long as I see the Indians remain aggressive, I'm going to trust that their long-term plan and their fiscal plan is in order because they've put together something that's lasted.
I tend to think they re-sign Santana. You know, the thing is, you really need to re-sign Bruce when you've got young guys like Bradley Zimmer, Greg Allen. You know, you've got a guy like Francisco Mejia that can play. That's probably going to be starting at third base this season at some point because Gomes and Perez were so productive behind the plate this season. You know, there's no place for Mejia behind the plate. And do you want to ruin his bat because the guy's a potential 330 hitter in the big? So why not keep him at third base and not ruin his bat? So, and I think they see that with Gomes and Perez playing behind the plate. They're so good defensively. There's no reason to turn that into, you know, him being a potential defensive liability behind the plate. So, you know, the thing is, what do you do with Yandy Diaz? What do you do with a guy like Giovanni Urshela? You know, Eric Andolfi? And these are loaded up with prospects right now. And, you know, right now you would have Chisenhall in right, Zimmer in center, and the question is who's in left. You know, which is why I would love to re-sign, you know, either Brantley or Bruce. I'd much prefer Bruce just because he's more durable.
Well, don't forget you have
35 home runs.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, don't forget you have Kipnis too, trying to figure out what you do with him.
That's another thing too. What do you do with Jason Kipnis?
I don't know.
I personally, my ultimate goal would be to get Bruce and Santana re-signed. We'll try to trade Kipnis' deal. We'll try to get Kipnis to 10, 11 million off the books. And for, you know, and not picking up Brantley's option, trying to bring back Brantley at a cheaper price. That's the ultimate goal. You know, I don't want to see, you know, Zimmer's such a good defensive center fielder. He needs to be in center. I can see Kipnis playing left. You know, if Kipnis has his bat back and he's a 280 hitter and 20 home runs, it's a huge bonus for the Indians. But Jose Ramirez is such a good defensive second baseman, I think you need to leave him there.
Right. Okay, well, look, we're going to have...
You know what? Here's the thing. Unlike the Browns, I have full faith in this Indians front office.
Exactly.
Have they made a mistake the last 3 years? No.
Full faith and trust. You know, in Tito we trust. Full faith in the Cleveland Indians brain trust.
You know,
why not?
I have, in Antonetti and Chernoff, I have full faith in both of them.
Yeah. They've earned it.
The right decision. They haven't done anything over the last 3 years where you would think and you have to question any of these moves under them. You literally cannot question any of their moves.
Exactly. Well, look, I wish the Indians were playing in the World Series right now. You know, maybe we could question some stuff, but it just didn't work out our way. That's why each World Series appearance is a special thing, never to be taken for granted. And hopefully, one of these years, we're actually going to celebrate a Cleveland Indians championship, hopefully sooner rather than later, because nothing is guaranteed. You know, the Cubs and Indians did not get a rematch that some people thought we would. So, hey, let's reload and go for it next year. We'll see how it goes. All right, Zach, well, I'll let you get going for the rest of your evening, man. I appreciate your time as usual. And if you haven't followed him on Twitter, he's at Zak Baris. That's Zbaris. Any final words of inspiration on this Halloween for everybody, Zach?
No.
Oh, what? Give me a favorite quote. Give me a favorite quote or piece of life advice that served you well. Let's end on a super high inspirational note.
Piece of advice that ended super well.
Yeah, something that has aged well, wisdom, advice, tips, a quote, something that's stuck with you, and it's kind of led to good things. One of the good things that you look back on. You got any good quote for me?
That's gonna have to come on the next show, Brian. You put me on the spot.
That's what I do. It's okay. There's a quote that I always liked. I don't know if it's even an answer to the question I just asked because I wasn't thinking about answering it. But I remember there was a quote. It said, "People would enjoy life more if once they got what they wanted, they could remember how much they had wanted it." And that one always gave me a good perspective in a place to kind of hit reset. So maybe we'll end it right there. We'll give Zach a chance to think of a fun quote or piece of wisdom or advice. And if he reminds me or if I remind him, maybe we'll get to it next time. But I want to thank each and every one of you for watching us here on the Unhappy Hour at the Unhappy Hour on the New American Media. I appreciate it. We'll talk to you again soon. Take care, Zach. To be continued.
Thank you, Brian.
All right. Peace, everybody.